Hey guys, I made an announcement recently that I quit my six-figure job to pursue running the Humble Penny and Financial Joy Academy full time. And I can tell you, I've never had so much freedom in my personal life before. And I've had a ton of phone calls and emails and people asking me, Ken, how were you able to take that leap? Give us the details, okay? One of the people that called me was my friend called John, who called me actually to just ask me a similar question to what many people had been asking me as well. But more specifically, he wanted to know, what was life like? What are you up to these days? How is it you were able to do something that most people have not been able to do? To start a side hustle, take that side hustle to making money, and then making money enough for it to help you take the leap from your full-time corporate job. So today I'm going to speak to you about this idea of starting a highly profitable blog. So I'm going to speak to you about it from my own personal perspective. More specifically, I'm going to talk to you about 5 different revenue streams that we generate from the blog itself, and also speak to you about 5 different keys to success for you to start to apply the ideas I'm going to share today. My name's Ken of the Humble Penny and Financial Joy Academy. What we do on this channel here is to give you the tips, the insights, and the practical hacks to help you work towards a dream life of financial independence and money joy. I'm living the life that I am preaching to you. It's something that can become real, and for me, having a side hustle is only one thing that has helped make that a reality. And today I'm going to dive in and give you the details and begin what I see as a long conversation around going from just having a normal job all the way towards creating a profitable side hustle and all the way towards creating something that becomes a business one day potentially that might give you the option, if you wanted, to take the leap and run it full time. Okay, so today's one of those topics that I highly recommend you have a pen and paper handy, okay? I want you taking some notes and I want you being very practical, okay? This is a real implementation type video, okay? I'm gonna share tips that I honestly guarantee that if you take these tips today and begin to take the necessary steps to implement them, as time passes, whether it's 3 months to 6 months to a year, you will without a doubt begin to see a form of an alternative income flow into your life, okay? There are 2 things you're gonna need definitely for implementing the ideas I'm gonna share today. Number 1 is you're gonna need your own domain name, okay? If you haven't got one, I'll put a link below and above for you to grab your own free domain name to begin this journey. The second thing I'm gonna share is my personal tutorial for how to start your own blog. It's a step-by-step tutorial to guide you if you're somebody who is not tech savvy or who's afraid to actually take the practical steps for yourself, okay? All right, let's dive in now and begin to explore these 5 different income streams that helped me take the leap and quit my 6-figure job. Okay, so the first income stream that we generate on the blog is ad revenue, okay? This is very similar to the income we generate actually on this YouTube channel in particular, okay? But the difference is that we are paid by a totally different counterparty. So on YouTube, for example, we generate the income from Google AdSense. But on the blog itself, we generate the income from a company called Mediavine, which I'll put a link to below for you to check out, okay? The way this works is that you are paid a revenue per 1,000 impressions. And this works entirely based on how much traffic you can drive to your blog, okay? The beauty of ad revenue is that it's sticky revenue. In fact, had we not started putting ads, and more specifically programmatic ads, i.e. ads that are essentially different for every single person based on what they have viewed previously on their devices, okay? So everybody gets a different set of ad delivered to them depending on where they are, what they've seen before, and that sort of stuff. So it makes the ad delivery very unique. And had we not actually started accepting those ads onto the blog, we would not have been able to generate enough income, which then got reinvested into lots of things. Like, for example, this camera I'm filming with came about because we reinvested ad revenue that came through the blog itself. My lights, my microphone, and the various things you see in this room, the plants, and all these various bits of decorations here, all came about because of reinvested ad revenue. And the beauty of the ad revenue is that it comes every single month without fail, and is tied to how much traffic you have delivered to your blog. The second really important revenue source for us is our membership program. Now, not all blogs are able to run memberships, okay? And I'm going to be talking to you about strategy later on in this video when I talked about the 5 secrets for success, okay? Memberships play a really critical role. In fact, I have a really firm belief that a lot of the people who will be successful in the future when it comes to this online world will be people who have communities that they serve in various ways, okay? And for us, the membership plays a really critical role because it offers us another way in which we offer premium value to a community of people who are action takers, people who are ready to take steps like the things I'm teaching right now and implement them to see a result. In fact, I can guarantee that many of the people watching our videos today are some of our members from the membership program. And a lot of those guys are literally grabbing onto the words I'm putting out there and implementing them daily to see results. Now, this is a really powerful strategy for generating income from a blog, because the beauty of a membership offering is that it's very sticky, i.e., every single month, provided you are delivering value to your audience and to your community are in effect crowdfunding and supporting you as the creator. Okay, so you are never out of pocket because you have a lot of people who are supporting you because you are delivering actionable value to them on an ongoing basis. And you therefore receive income, predictable income every single month. And the more you grow your community and grow the value that you put out, the more your income from your membership program continues to grow and support you from an income perspective without actually costing you more with each member that joins your membership program. This is a really, really powerful way in which one can monetize a blog, but one that not many people actually explore because many people have not been patient enough to go through the process of actually building a really supportive community, okay? In fact, if you are one of our current members within our membership program, please drop a comment below saying something like, I'm a dream maker of FJA, and just tell some people what it's like to be within a membership environment, okay? So they can kind of get an idea for the sort of value you are receiving for being within a membership environment. This is a model that I highly recommend to people, but for somebody who's just starting a blog, it's not something that you jump straight onto as soon as you started that blog, but it's something that you have the potential to explore depending on what strategy you are pursuing for your blog, which again, I'll talk about later on in this video. Okay, so the next is affiliate income, okay? If you're new to affiliate marketing, essentially an affiliate is somebody who is selling other people's products for a commission. So we do this on our blog and we promote products that we believe in that have been created by other people that serve to offer value to our own community. So a really good example is us promoting a company called Pension Bee, which I'll put a link to below and above. And what those guys do is they help you consolidate all your old pensions that you might have accumulated by working for different employers, okay? And we love them because they help our audience solve their problem of simplifying their pensions and consolidating them into one account. So that's a very good example of affiliate marketing really at work, i.e. promoting something because you believe in it, and by doing that and your audience seeing that you're helping them solve a problem, you therefore get paid a commission for doing so, okay? So we do that by promoting a number of different affiliates who essentially deliver value to our audience in different ways. Right, so the next one is sponsorship income, okay? With this particular type of income, what you are doing here is essentially collaborating with brands, okay? This is, the sort of stuff you might see lots of people kind of do on Instagram and places like that, okay? But except this time round, you are doing it for a piece of content on your blog, okay? And the beauty about this is that you can actually not only work with a brand on your blog, but you can actually upsell them a service by selling them social media slots on your Instagram profile, or maybe on your YouTube channel, or on your Facebook page, that sort of stuff. So you can kind of come up with a really well customized offering for a brand as a way to offer them exposure to your audience, and by doing that, you get paid a really decent income. Okay, sponsorship income for us is one that comes in every other month, okay? But when it does come in, it's usually quite a decent amount, it's usually quite sizable, and works very well because we end up delivering value for a brand, provided it's one that we really believe in or have used ourselves, and our audience get to benefit from the possibility of us generating some discounts for them through our partnership with that particular brand. So everybody, in effect, gets to win. So the next one is online courses. And the beauty of online courses is that you can literally take anything you've been learning or anything you have some good technical knowledge about, package it, and provided you've got a bit of an audience to promote that particular thing to, and provided that thing you're promoting is something that people want, you can generate income on an ongoing basis. So we've got courses on investing, on budgeting, on various different topics. Courses that essentially help people achieve a specific transformation. And by doing that, people pay for those courses and we therefore generate an income. You can absolutely do the same thing. And the more niche that particular topic is, actually, the more likely you are to sell that particular course on an ongoing basis. And the beauty of doing it via a blog is that the more traffic you have coming to your blog, the more likely you are to sell that course on autopilot. By that I mean, as people say, selling and making money whilst you sleep. I can tell you categorically that this is real. I wake up some mornings, have a look at my Gmail, and get notifications that, there's, X number of people have bought this particular course, or that person's bought that particular course, and so on. So this is something that is absolutely a reality, but you've got to actually make sure you create something that offers value to people first before you start to get those types of results. Now, I've mentioned those 5 revenue streams, and there are others, by the way, but I just want to focus on 5 just to keep this video as short as I can, okay? Whilst I've mentioned those 5 revenues, it's very important that you understand something. I'm going to try and explain it using a saying. And the saying goes like this: he who chases 2 rabbits catches none. And hopefully that saying is very self-explanatory. So if you're somebody who started a blog and your goal is to try and make 5 income streams in one go, you will by no means be making any at all. Okay, so what you really want to do is to focus on just one revenue stream, okay? And become really good at making that revenue stream work for you, and over time move on to the second revenue stream, and then gradually make that begin to work for you as well. So although we've got these 5 different income streams that I mentioned coming through the blog, they did not all happen at the same time. So for example, the membership income only started coming in 3 months ago, something that's completely new to us after we spent 2.5 years understanding our audience and understanding what their problems are. All right, so this brings us to the second part of this video, where I'm now going to talk to you about 5 secrets for success at making a blog work for you. By that I mean creating a blog that will actually make you money over time. Okay, let's dive straight in. The very first success tip I'm going to mention is you need a very good strategy for blogging to work for you. Okay, so here's a very classic mistake that many people make. When they start a blog, they get really frustrated and they're wondering, why is this thing not making me any money? And the reason why is because they don't actually have a strategy for how they're going to use that vehicle of a blog to make them some money. Okay, I'm going to give you a really good example of this. Okay, now many people create blogs in various different niches. Okay, now there are actually niches that make money and niches that, well, will probably not make you any money at all. Okay, so it's very important that you actually start out in an area where you've seen that people are making some money through a blog, because that gives you enough of a leap ahead, because you're not then going to waste your time trying to invent what nobody has invented at all. Okay, so I'll give you examples of niches and the types of income that are tied to those niches. So notice what I'm saying there. Not every single niche generates an income from the same type of revenue. Okay, what I'm saying to you is, depending on what you are doing with your blog, will dictate what sort of income you might want to pursue to make that blog money making. Okay, so let's look at some examples of different strategies that different niches might pursue for generating an income. So let's say you ran a fashion blog. Okay, out of all those list of incomes I talked about earlier, a fashion blog is more likely to generate an income through sponsorships. So somebody being paid some sponsored income for promoting a particular brand, for example, or through affiliates. So they might become an affiliate for various products and services that they are selling. They might also potentially explore online courses if they've got a particular method or a particular system or style that they want to teach a particular audience or community. Okay, so notice that I didn't talk about ads or anything like that, because it's unlikely that a fashion blog will be focusing mainly on advertising as the way for them to generate their income. Another good example of a niche is food. So a food blog is more likely to generate its income from ads, because many people tend to visit lots and lots of food blogs. So a blog like that will more likely make money from advertising and also make money from affiliates through different products and services that you might want to promote as a food blogger. Another example is finance as a niche, which, for example, we run a finance blog. And a finance blog is more likely to generate its income from advertising, as well as from affiliate income and potentially sponsorships. Okay, so it's quite unusual for a finance blog to potentially explore memberships as a way to generate their income. Okay, but we've seen and we've demonstrated that it's something that can work depending on what your strategy is and how you are intending to deliver value to your audience. The second really important tip is around branding. So I see many people who start blogs and they essentially want to be cheap about everything. They don't spend money on getting somebody to design and help them work towards creating a really appealing brand. A top tip from me is, if you really want to create something that really takes off, I'd say at the very beginning of your journey, spend a lot of time deciding what you want your brand to say about you and what your brand should say about your blog. What is it you want people to feel or experience when they come across your logo, your tagline, your colors, your fonts? What do you want them to feel? What are you trying to communicate to them through your brand? Because that is really powerful for helping you almost promote yourself even before anyone's gotten to speak to you or to understand what you're about. Okay, so the brand is powerful. The more larger brands are able to feel they can collaborate with you because you've created a powerful brand, the more you are able to build those really key relationships that can help you create value and make more money for much longer over a period of time. In summary, the stronger your perceived brand value, the more you are able to build those relationships with bigger and more established brands, and the more likely you are able to charge more for your products and services over time. The third tip I'm going to offer is around messaging, okay? And the point here is, I'm going to try and explain this using a saying that I've come across recently. He or she who speaks to everybody speaks to nobody. Okay, this is a really, really subtle but very important point about messaging. The question is who is your blog for? Who are you targeting? Are you targeting millennials? Are you targeting women? Are you targeting men? Are you targeting people who are in a family unit? Are you targeting, the over 50s? Who is it you've created this particular platform for? Because if you're not speaking to that person and you're not projecting your messaging towards that particular group, then nobody will stick, because everybody else will feel like you are not exactly talking to them. So messaging is absolutely key for elevating your blog and taking it to that next level. So the fourth tip is around creativity. So when many of us think about blogging, we always think to ourselves, I don't want to start a blog because I'm not very good at writing, or, I just don't know where to start, and so on and so on and so on. But the level of your creativity is actually what's more important in helping blogging become a success for you. Let me give you a really practical example, okay? What stops you actually hiring somebody to create your blog post for you with a very specific strategy around only creating epic content and paying somebody to write that content for you, but with your mindset focused on the ROI that you're going to be generating on that particular piece of content? I'm going to give you a really good example, okay? Let's say you paid somebody £80 to write one epic blog post for you that's SEO optimized, one that will get out there and bring in the revenue for you into your blog, i.e. it will attract all the traffic, and that traffic, once monetized through something like advertising, might make you £200, £300 per month from that one piece of content. So from an ROI perspective, the fact that you spent £80 and paid somebody to do the work should not matter, because that piece of content has future value that will far exceed how much you've spent in order to generate for you a highly rewarding return on your investment. So this is what I mean by the level of creativity that's required for you to make a blog work for you. There are no specific rules, but the more creative and the more daring you are in taking that blog places, the more you are likely to see ongoing positive results, and the more you're likely to generate more income than you ever imagined by starting that blog. So the final tip I'm going to mention about making money blogging is ongoing learning, okay? So I'm going to tell you right now that when I'm not making these videos, I am always committing my time to learning new things. And by that, I mean learning new things from other people, okay? So I'm in mastermind groups with other people who are also trailblazing in different ways in their own lives. People who are making way more in different capacities through their various platforms, whether it's through their blog or YouTube channels or whichever platforms they've got going on, okay? And the beauty of being in such an environment like that is that you are always learning from somebody else. And that's what makes this work, because a lot of what we're talking about is constantly evolving. So the more you are attaching yourself to, small groups or to a community environment where people of the same mindset are sharing information that will help you move forward, the more likely you stay motivated and actually apply your learning in order to see ongoing results, okay? So I'd highly recommend finding yourself an environment, finding yourself a mastermind, finding yourself a community, some place where you can feel you are learning from other people, you are being held accountable, and you're being pushed to apply your learning in order to see results. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video today on how starting a blog helped me to quit my six-figure job, okay? The intention of this video today is really to just share a lot of information as well as give you really practical things that you can take away in order to get started with your blog. As I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, if you are completely new to blogging, you really want to apply a lot of what I've shared today, feel free to check out in the links below and above my step-by-step tutorial for how you can get started with your own blog. Okay, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button because it really helps to encourage lots and lots of other people to engage with our videos. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell so you get notified when we publish our videos twice a week on a Tuesday as well as a Thursday. And I really hope that this video will help you start to really take the steps, the practical steps that are really key for you to turn these ideas from nice ideas into ideas that will potentially help you start to generate some extra money in the near future. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you're somebody who is exploring the idea of starting a blog to generate some extra money, maybe £1,000 per month, maybe more than that, or even somebody who sees this as something that might help them one day build a real business. If you're that person, drop me a comment below. Just let me know what your plans are, and I'd be more than happy to jump in and share more insights with you. Okay? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you again on our next video. Bye for now.